Well, it's been a wild day here at Queen's Park with multiple stories breaking. We have them all covered for you throughout our show here on City News. We're going to start with Premier Ford's mini budget of sorts. It's the fall economic statement, and it shows the blueprint to where they're going financially. Here's Richard Southern with the details.
Well, a big day here at Queen's Park. The fall economic update came out. It's titled A Plan for the People. It's the so-called mini budget. And boy, it's dense at 155 pages, but really, it's light on anything new. No big cuts and no big new spending. Even the projected budget deficit was largely in line with what the government said 2 months ago.
The deficit now stands, Speaker, at $14.5 billion. It's going the right way.
But he gave no timeline on when the books may be balanced. The big announcement in this mini budget is for renters. Rent control will be scrapped for new buildings, meaning rents can jump, though rent control won't change for existing buildings. The finance minister was vague when I asked him if this would apply to a homeowner building a rental unit in their basement. He didn't know. As for taxes, most making $30,000 a year or less will now pay no personal income tax, though there was no tax relief for anyone making more than $30 grand a year. On booze, the LCBO, beer stores and grocery stores will be allowed to sell alcohol from 9 in the morning to 11 in the evening, 7 days a week, meaning no more reduced hours on Sunday. The government reiterating a plan to sell beer and wine at corner stores, but provided no timeline on that. Gone are some independent oversight officers. The Environmental and French Language Commissioner, as well as the Advocate for Children and Youth, will be eliminated. The finance minister wouldn't say what would happen to their employees and whether or not the initiative would save any money.
We will be establishing these offices in the Auditor General's office and in the Ontario Ombudsman's office. That's what we are doing.
The government reiterated plans to upload the TTC subway, but provided no details. It also said it will create a bold new plan for Ontario Place. None of it sat well with the opposition leader.
In this statement, Doug Ford and his government actually tell Ontarians that they have to, quote, tighten their belts. Well, Mr. Ford, Ontarians already have their belts tightened. That is the message they have been sending us for a very long time.
So the fall economic update didn't bring with it any big budget cuts, but maybe when these leaves are back on the trees in the spring, when the full budget comes out, that's when the axe will really be wielded. After all, the Premier promised some $6 billion in efficiencies during the campaign. At Queen's Park, Richard Southern, City News.